Welcome to Contractor Mortgages Made Easy. We've put together a new and exciting YouTube channel to help educate you as a contractor in terms of your mortgage options. My name is Satvinder Singh and I will take you through our presentation. What we found is a lot of contractors have significant problems around securing mortgage funding, and our ideal is to help you overcome those problems. So what I'm going to do today is educate you around the mortgage marketplace. We can look at some of the problems that you may have as a contractor when trying to secure mortgage funding. What I'll then also do is make you aware of your options and the solutions that are available out there for you, and you'll finally have the opportunity of asking any questions through the YouTube channel. So first and foremost, let's look at the mortgage marketplace. Well, fundamentally, the mortgage marketplace has changed significantly for everyone, and in particular for contractors. And what do I mean by that? Well, gross mortgage funding is down significantly. It's almost halved in 3 years. The number of UK advisors offering mortgage advice has also reduced dramatically. So from a contractor's perspective, what does this mean? Well, ultimately what it means is banks are reluctant to lend. There's increased scrutiny on applications and more questions are being asked for borrowers. And what we've also seen is that self-certified mortgages and fast-track mortgages, which I know a number of you would have relied upon to secure your funding options, are no longer available. So moving on, let's have a look at this from a lender's perspective. What are the issues for lenders in terms of lending to contractors? Well, first and foremost, the issues around income verification. You may have a daily rate of 500 and want to secure funding based upon that. But when lenders look at income, they'll be looking at things like your salary and your dividend draw, or your pay-as-you-earn income from an umbrella. So that's the issues that they have, is that they have difficulty in verifying your income in a conventional way. The second issue is around longevity of income. And what do I mean by that? Well, you may have a current contract that runs for 3 months or 6 months. And you may be looking at secure mortgage funding for the next 20-25 years or so. So the lender's concerns are, what happens when the current contract comes to an end, and how can you afford your mortgage? So can you see, from their perception, you present a higher risk. What does it mean for you? Well, fundamentally what it means is there's a higher chance of a declined application. If you go and try to secure a mortgage off your own self-esteem, and people within the lending institutions apply the conventional criteria, what this can mean ultimately is that there's reduced borrowing figures available to you, and possibly you're subject to higher rate and higher fees. And ultimately what we're finding is more and more time is being taken to try to secure funding when contractors do it off their own self-esteem. So what are the solutions? Well, first and foremost, it's important to understand back in 2004 we fundamentally disagreed with why you as a contractor should pay a higher rate of interest compared to, say, an employee. So we spent a lot of time educating the lenders in terms of your profile, i.e. you don't run a conventional small business, and therefore does it make sense that we can utilise a different method of assessing your income and affordability. So since 2004 we've been working hard on the behalf of contractors, and let's have a look at what we've come up in terms of solutions for you for mortgage funding. Well, first and foremost, we have bespoke underwriting arrangements in place which overcome the two issues that lenders have with lending to contractors. The first being income verification. What we can do is we can secure funding based on your contract rate. The second issue around longevity of income, if you follow our due processes, we can get the lenders to ignore the end date on your current contract. And our ultimate objective is to save you time and money. How do we do this? First and foremost, we have access to high street rates, competitive rates, where you're not discriminated against for being a contractor. The second thing is we have a process which the lenders understand, and they're able to calculate the risk in a more realistic way, and therefore we avoid failed applications. I hope you've enjoyed the presentation and we've been able to answer some of the questions that you may have as a contractor in terms of securing mortgage funding. However, if you do have any further questions that I haven't answered, then please do feel free to contact us, and our details can be found on this slide. Alternatively, if you want to post any questions or comments, then you can do so below in the YouTube channel. Finally, if you've enjoyed the presentation and you'd like to give us a thumbs up, then feel free to do so, or alternatively subscribe. Thank you for your time, thank you for listening, and I wish you every success in the future.